is going on, guys? Sensor here, bringing you another professional scrim gameplay with my team, the New York Thrust, which consists of myself, Bobby, Saint, and Fears, and we're playing against Unite in this game. This is a standoff hardpoint. This is the first game of the series we played against them. I played really well, as you're going to see in the final scoreboards. I show off my excellence. No, I'm just kidding. In this commentary, I wanted to talk about what makes you guys happy and what makes you guys laugh. And is there ever a moment where you could just feel really bad about yourself? Like, for example, I want to use online scrims. I feel like in online scrims, a lot of the times I get really down and depressed and in a rage mode where I just want to scream at everything. And no matter what happens and no matter how well my team plays, I still want to just say it's not good enough. Like, I'll find something to bitch at no matter what it is, no matter what the case may be. I don't know if you guys can relate to that. I know some players can. I'm not going to single out any player in the community, but I do know a lot of players that just bitch and bitch and bitch about every little thing that happens in an online scrim. And it's completely normal. A lot of people do it, and I fall victim to that. I'm one of those players. But I want to talk about what makes you guys happy and what makes you guys enjoy playing the scrims. And in my situation with my team, I have a pretty different team, if you want to say that. I don't really know Saint too well, but Fears and Bobby are characters, and I'll tell you why. I'll start off with Fears. Now, this guy, I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I think he's one of the best players in the game when he tries, hands down. He's probably got some of the best gun skill and smarts and awareness out of any player that I played with. He's definitely one of the top 5 best players I've ever had on my team. And I just think if this guy could just, you know, settle down and like care and put more time and effort into the game, and when he was playing to actually, you know, be completely focused on the game, then he's going to be one of the best. But I think that kind of sets him back. But some of the times when I'm playing and I'm raging at the game, Fears is like, I don't even know how to explain it. He'll just say something really funny and it'll crack me up, and it just puts me in a better mood. That was really stupid by me. I just challenged a dude with a foul like an idiot with an MSMC. But thank God my teammates got control of the hard point. Yeah, so Bobby. So Bobby is one of those guys where, you know the saying, don't speak unless spoken to? Well, that's pretty much his motto. He will never speak unless you speak to him. So I have fun with Bob. I think he's a cool guy, and I'll tell him to do something and he'll just do it without even questioning it. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but we were playing a scrim against RNX, and we lost like every single hard point. Some of them were pretty close. We got dominated in one of them, I think, but it doesn't really matter. It's just online. But I was in such a bad mood, and I couldn't stop raging at the game. I was screaming at everything that happened. If I would die, I'd start screaming. If my teammates would die, I'd be like, what the hell are you doing? Come on, get some pressure on the hard point or something stupid like that. I don't know. But this one instance on the map, we're playing standoff CTF against RNX, and we just scored a flag, and I died, and I respawned, and I'm running back to the flag, and I see Bobby just like jump outside of a window and run towards me and kill himself. And I just thought it was the funniest thing. And I couldn't stop laughing when it happened. It was on this map, and we had the where I am right now, not that flag, on the other side, I guess the grandma house flag. We had that, and I died, so I spawned at the back gas alley, and I'm running back to the flag, and all of a sudden I see Mr. Bobby running out of the window in the back alley at the grandma's house, just jumping out and killing himself. And I thought it was the funniest thing. I couldn't stop laughing at the time, and at that moment, although we had the first flag, I got really mad, because, you know, we lost every single map in the series before that, so obviously it's going to hinder how I play. It's going to affect my call-outs and my attitude towards the game, and I just couldn't get out of this funk, and I was in such a bad mood. And Bobby just running out of the window dying without even saying anything. Like, he didn't say, oh, shit, or, oh, my fault, guys. He just stood there and didn't say a word, and I started cracking up, and then he just started chuckling, and it just put me in such a good mood, and I couldn't explain why, but it's just something that made me happy, and it made me want to keep playing, and it made me like the team that I had. And I think if you want to succeed in Call of Duty, especially in this day and age with all the competition and all the players striving to be the best, or like striving to be relevant and win an event, I think this is the hardest time out of any time for any MLG event for any player to succeed. And I think it's really important if you want to succeed if you have a lot of fun with your teammates and you like playing with them. Now I know there's going to be some cases, I know there's some teams that I've watched and they don't seem like they have the best time playing with each other. Not saying they hate each other, but it doesn't seem like they laugh a lot with each other and have fun outside the game. But since they're so good, it kind of balances out and it makes up for that. But I think some teams, for example, if you want to say Optic, obviously everyone knows they're in an open bracket and they lost, but even before the first LAN event, nobody really considered Optic to be the favorite for the event. Everyone thought Complexity was going to win. No one thought Optic was going to win. But since they have so much fun playing with each other, maybe that affected how they played together and it made them play better in the LAN event when it mattered. Who knows? You can never prove it, but I think it definitely helps a team win. And some of you might say, oh, well, Censor, you won Nationals and you hated your team. I guess that's true, so I don't know if what I'm saying right now is right. Maybe I'm just speaking out of my ass and trying to make another YouTube video to get some views and subscribers on my channel. I don't know. But I do know that when you're playing with players that you enjoy playing with, it makes the game more pleasurable and it makes it funner. I'm not saying it makes your team better, but it definitely does make the game more fun. And I think if there's any players out there that are trying to get better, and if you're like one of those players that aren't known and nobody knows who you are, and you're trying to get into competitive gaming, and I don't know how Spacely killed me right there. I was screaming at my monitor. You could guarantee that. I got so pissed in this game, especially since it's Unite. I just have something against this team. They're definitely going to be one of our rivals going into Dallas. And since they have a top 6 seed, hopefully they're going to be a top 4 seed. If we do win out of open bracket, I want to play them first round and knock them to losers. It would definitely please me more than anything else, especially since this team uses, and I'm not going to blame them, but they use the Cat 40s, the FALs, EMPs, sentry guns, trophy systems, shotguns, anything in the game that will make you rage. This team uses it. So it'd be extremely rewarding for me personally to beat this team at Dallas. But as I was saying, if you are an up-and-coming player and you want to get good and you want to make a lot of money in this industry or this business, I think you got to surround yourself with players you like playing with. I think that's an important thing to do. I think going back and looking back at my career and where I started from and my roots, I didn't really play with players that I enjoyed playing with. I didn't really get to know the players I had on my team. I kind of just, I don't want to say used them, but they were just players that I had at the time and I didn't think much of them and I didn't really stay loyal to a team. I wasn't really a sketch, but like if I got a better offer from a team, I'd probably leave that team to join the better team at the time. Usually, for the most part, I had one player that I'd usually stick with on a team, and I'd switch teams with that one player, but I didn't really have players that I enjoyed playing with, and it kind of made it hard for me. It wasn't easy to, become known as a pro player and a successful and a good player when I didn't have anyone to have my back, and especially since I talked a lot of crap to people, nobody wanted to be my friend, nobody cared about me. I was just another player, and unless if I proved myself and did get it at an event or an online tournament, nobody would want to pick me up and play with me. But I think if you want to make friends, I'm saying I think a million times over and over again. What I'm trying to say is, if you want to be successful, you have to be respectful to people and make friends. I think that's a really important thing to do. And I don't know if you guys know, but I'm trying really hard to stop my raging when I play this game, and I don't have any grudges against any players, but I don't want to be trash talking as much as I was. I still want to be able to trash talk a little bit and have some fun with it. I think that's a part of the game that you have to have. I think it's something that competitive players need to be successful. A little bit of trash talking does go a distance if you do it at the right time and if you do it with respect, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I don't want to be known as a player that people see. I almost had a 3 right here. I don't want people to see me as just an immature little kid that wants to be the best like everyone else. I want people to respect who I am as a person and respect how I play as a player, and I want to be well respected. So I think that starts with showing respect to others, and don't disrespect anyone unless they give you a reason to disrespect them. I got that from my coworker, actually, the general manager of my gym. He told me that, and I think it's so true. I think I'm 18 years old, I'm a freshman in college, and I surround myself with people that are a lot older than me, with my gym and outside of gaming. So I don't want to be known as some obnoxious little kid that's just gonna trash talk people and tweet like a girl all the time. I just think it's time to move on in life and face reality and do the best I can as a person, as a player, as a teammate, and go into Dallas and win the damn event. That's my job and that's my goal, and that's what we're expecting to do. So this gameplay is about to wrap up. We beat them 244 to 202. I hope you enjoyed it. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm out. Peace.